So if I set up, what we're looking at in stance width is that there are defined stance widths by core zone. So if you have a bar on your hips, or if you don't, I'll show you how to test it. But if you have a bar, please put it on your hips. And we're going to go first to left foot. My left foot's on 0 and my right foot is on 8. If I apply pressure to the first pad up on both, use my thumb, apply pressure to my upper core power spot, and I go to from 8 to 12, I go to 14 inches, I go to 16 inches, and I'm good. As soon as I get out to 17, my hips will rotate. So please do that. If I go to 7, my hips are rotated. With these powers, with pressure applied to these power spots, the only range I have is 8 to 16 inches. So one more time, 0 and 8, applying a good bit of pressure to that with each thumb to my middle finger. Doesn't have to be the middle, it can be any finger. Upper core power spot, I'm square. I step to 7, I'm out. I go to 14, I'm good. Anything between 8 and 16, I'm good. If I go to 17, my hips rotate. So that is your upper core. Let's take a look at mid core now. Now I'm at 16, and I apply pressure to the mid core power spot. First knuckle up, the crease on my middle finger here, and I'm good. That's 16. If I step back to 15, I rotate. So my middle core, as you will see here, is going to be 16 to 24. So, and watch my hands. I drop my arms. If you don't have the bar, apply the pressure, elbows on your chest wall, just let them drop, and I step to 15, and you can see my right arm rises. Okay, so back to 16, they level out. I go to 20, 22, 24, and I am good. I go to 25, I rotate. Now I have a student, actually Blake and I work with the same gentleman, who is mid-core, and his range is 16 to 23. So not every student is going to fit exactly into this. So let's go back. I'm good 16 to 24. You may find 17 to 24 or 16 to 23. So check yourself, but also check your students. Simply by applying pressure here. I'm at 23, I go to 24 inches, and then I rotate at 25. So my range as a mid-core player would be 16 to 24. Now let's go to low core. And I'm going to apply pressure to the lower core power spot, second pad up. And I'm going to start at 16, you see the rotation. I'm going to go to 18, you see the rotation. I'm going to go to 19 inches, I have rotation. I go to 20, and my hip square. So 20 inches, I go to 22, I'm square. 24, I'm square. 26, I'm square. 27, I'm square. And 28, I'm square. 29, I rotate. So again, for lower core, it's 20 to 28. Now, if you're working with a player who is upper core, we know you want them narrow. They need a narrow stand. I'm going to show you in a moment how tour players bypass this, by the way. But you want your players in the beginning to be able to rotate, to be able to separate, sequence of motion. You'll find players who, this gentleman Mexico, with his driver, mid-core was at 28 inches, for instance. And because we've heard one of the old gold standards is if you have a much wider base with a driver, and you're going to impact sequencing of motion. So the same is true of mid-core, 16 to 24, you're going to get a much better sequence of motion than getting wider for the average player. And the same is true of being able to start with the shoulders in the lower core, starting with the hips in the upper core, and beginning everything together in the mid core.